What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. That means that you either really like me in the couch, or you're still in the championship, or you're bored and you just really enjoy football, fantasy football, regardless of the reason. Thank you all for tuning in. This will be the live stream where you can ask me anything, especially pertaining to fantasy football. Everyone's got their championship fantasy football questions, and I'm here to answer them. We'll also be going over the news. It's been a pretty hectic news week and also last week, too. So the last 2 weeks have been extremely potent when it comes to NFL fantasy football news. And we have a very potent dose of that for today. We'll go over the Friday's news. What's up? JP in the building. Austin, what's up, man? Man, it feels great. I'm in the championship. I could really use a break from fantasy football, take a little 2-week break. But it's great. I missed out on the two big money tournaments I'm in. I will be finishing close to the top, but it's one of those tournaments where first place wins a ton of money. They won first place wins $250,000. The other first place wins around 75,000. Won't be finishing in first place. Did come close, but because of Dak Prescott, and it's totally my fault. I probably should have started Minshew, but I started Dak Prescott, and it seems like pretty much 0% chance I'm going to be winning any of the big tournaments. So thank you, Dak. But I can win some normal leagues. I got Brett Maher going. I got Cowboys D going. So let me bring up some of my leagues if you guys are curious. And I'm going for third place too in a big money league, which is fine. I think third place either doubles their money or gets their money back. So, $200 buy-in. It's a good amount of money. Thank you. Wish you good luck too if you're still in the championship, if you're still in the running. Austin, what's up, Val? Thank you for tuning in. Let me share my screen here. So the two main leagues I'm in is the Vampire League. I'm going against the big time couch fam supporter, Dak. That's what we call him. It's not his real name, but that's what he goes by. Huge Cowboys fan. I had Brett Maher going, so that's pretty good. I just stole Patrick Mahomes. Though you guys know what the Vampire League is, right? Every time I win and beat my opponent, I get to steal a player from their team. So I just recently stole Mahomes because I had Jalen Hurts and I wasn't sure if he's going to play. Now that we know he's not playing, that was a good move on my end. So I got Mahomes, Mixon, Eckler. Of course, I dropped Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Kelsey, Brett Maher, Chiefs D. I'm probably going to roll with the Chiefs D, especially now that Greg Dulcich is on IR. Quarterback, I got to go Mahomes. Only other option is Minshew or Goff or Daniel Jones. Yeah. For running back, I think I'm pretty much set there. Eckler and Mixon. Other option would be McKinnon or Pacheco. Wide receiver, I think I got to go with Devontae Adams, unless you guys think I should go. You guys think I should start Zay Jones over Devontae Adams? I would not. I would never. Tight end got to go Kelsey, and I already started Brett Maher, who did well, 10 points. Yeah, I was recommending everybody drop Daniel Carlson and go get a guy like Brett Maher or Robbie Gould. And so far, the device has been okay. 10 points is good. Anything that's above 8 is good. We like that. We want to target 8, but this is a special week here where you got to score more points. You're going up against literally the best player, the best fantasy manager in your league. In the first down league, I will finish third or fourth. Definitely proud of that. Yeah, that is a 14-team league. I haven't had good luck in this league. It's not all luck either. Definitely, I am to blame as well. Also had some pretty bad luck on top of that, though. And this is a league where, this is one of the few leagues where it's winner take all. To make it more realistic, we want it to be like the Super Bowl where we don't care about second place. So dang, all my leagues is third place wins something. So unfortunately, you won't be winning anything. But coming in third place out of 14 teams is definitely something to be proud of. And I know how competitive and crazy this league is, where it's just realistic scoring. Quarterbacks are at a super premium, unlike any other. They're boosted, and it's super flex. Yeah, man. I really I thought you were gonna win some money there potentially. Yeah, it's big for fantasy football news. The past 2 weeks has just been crazy with NFL news. Yeah, I like Maher a little bit more than Dicker. He's what, two players ahead on my rankings. I had Robbie Gold ahead of Dicker, and I have Brett Maher ahead of Gold. I think you made the right choice. I mean, I assume you went off my rankings or my recommendations, or maybe you did it all on your own. That's what I would have done. And he got 10. That's good. Anything over 8 is good. If Hopkins is out, do I go with Hollywood, Zay Jones, or Chark? I would go with Zay Jones. I think Zay Jones is the best option. Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think it's night and day. I don't even think it's an argument or a debate, should I say. It's not really debatable. You're objectively getting better at fantasy football. I mean, proof is in the pudding. It's hard to judge off a small sample size if you're only in one league, but you're in several leagues and you see you're doing much better. You're getting the hang of it. Yeah, and my defense and kicker rankings is is what I really focus on, because other stuff is so hard to keep up with. But the kickers and defense rankings are solid every week. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, we're gonna go over the news. Let's just do that right now. We got a lot of people in here. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, the waiver videos are very, very meticulous and deep. And you know what I'm really proud of with the waiver videos is I feel like 99% of people watching it will apply to them. So, some people are like, dude, Samaji Piron's not available in any league, while other people are in 8-team leagues. There's people in 16-team leagues and people in 8-team leagues, and those are great. I have great options for both those people. There's people who, play with kickers, people that don't play with kickers in their league. So, I think those videos are very valuable, no matter what kind of league you're in, no matter how good or bad your team is. I think there's always like something to at least consider. Like, you don't have to go exactly off my waiver rankings and do exactly what it says, but it's like, oh, here's a sleeper pickup, or you know what, maybe I should, do this or do that or drop this player. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate that. Josh Jacobs or Ken Walker? I'm going to go with Ken Walker. Yeah, fourth place. That's pretty good. We know how competitive and crazy that is. Where did I finish in my Patreon? I think maybe I finished like sixth. Is it going to say? Oh, seventh. Gross. I didn't have a quarterback. I drafted Stafford and Lance, and probably Brees Hall too. Dude, I am terrified to start Josh Jacobs. I'm just putting that out there, and you should be too. PPR flex, Bam Knight, Big Mike Williams, or DJ Moore. Very tough choices here. I love Zonovan Knight this week, but he's been so horrible. Like, look, man, I'm not scared of a lot of things in fantasy, but I am a little scared to start Zonovan Knight, especially because you have such good options. Mike Williams has to share a lot of targets. I'm going to go with DJ Moore. It is PPR, Panthers will need to throw the ball more than likely, at least a little bit. Bucks should have a lead at some point. I mean, they've been struggling, but just theoretically, like Panthers maybe need to throw the ball a couple more times. DJ Moore is a good receiver. He doesn't have a lot of competition when it comes to targets. They don't have a good receiving tight end. They don't have a lot of depth at wide receiver. Even their running backs don't catch a ton of passes. They run a ton. They don't catch a ton of passes, though. So he gets the target share. I'm going DJ Moore on this one. Okay, it's the same guy here. Carlos, start 2 in PPR. Okay, so the first thing I would do with this is bench Zach Moss or drop him. Remember, if this is the last week in your redraft leagues, you can drop players. Like I told somebody to drop Derrick Henry. I dropped Tony Pollard just this morning. Like you can drop players if you're not going to use them. Especially if they're if you would love your opponent. Like I would love my opponent to start Zach Moss, right? This is just an example. I would drop him, hope he picks him up, right? Or just like like my team's super stacked, for example. I'll just not pick up Hassan Haskins and hope my opponent starts him. Instead of like Brandon Ayuk, for example. Like in full PPR, Brandon Ayuk is a better start than Hassan Haskins. Yeah, with this one's a tough one. I would definitely bench Zach Moss. Okay. The other ones, it's gonna be really tough because Knight has an amazing matchup, amazing game script, and let's bring up the lines, which I always use to help me with my projections and my baseline of what's gonna happen. Go to the Seahawks game. It actually seems pretty close. Let me zoom in on this one more, actually. There we go. Low to medium scoring game. Jets to win by 2. Lockett could be back. And then we have the Chiefs game. I don't think we need to look at the lines to see how that's going to go. Chiefs will score a ton of points. Broncos will not. But that's pretty interesting to get a project or implied point total for each team. So that's going to be 45 divided by 2. Plus 6.25. So they're saying that the Chiefs are going to score 29 points. (29-16). They're saying the Denver at KC score is going to be 29-16, roughly. I feel like I've consumed a lot of info from you and appreciate it. Derek, thank you so much for the super chat donation. I really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. And hopefully the fantasy football season for you has not been too brutal. Otherwise, I assume you would say you're in the championship. I know human behavior. But yeah, man, that's good that I provided you with some value this year, and hopefully you had fun playing fantasy football. So yeah, we're back on this question here, which it's very difficult for me. Because I love all three. Maybe we start both Chiefs running backs. That way, you have the best floor, assuming that the Chiefs all we got to bank on is that the Chiefs have a good offense, and that is the closest thing you'll get to a guarantee. Michael Carter, 39% of snaps, 52%, 50%. Zonovan Knight, 41%, 48%, 47%. I think we start both Chiefs running backs. That option will not get you the most upside. Unfortunate. I'm just going to be honest with you. So it's a little bit it's playing it a little bit safe. But if you have both those guys, you'll hopefully be getting at least 1 or 2 touchdowns between the running backs. You'll be getting all the running back catches. You'll be getting all the running back touches. No other running back is involved in that offense. Am I right? Let me check that. I don't know if Melvin Gordon may have gotten a snap, but I don't think he's ever touched the ball on the Chiefs. Melvin Gordon doesn't seem to have gotten any snaps. Ronald Jones is on the team? I didn't even remember that. Yeah, Ronald. Okay, so Ronald Jones, he touches the ball like on average 2 times per game. Michael Burden, fullback? Yeah, Ronald Jones. No, I was looking at the snap percentage. Okay, so he gets 1 snap per game. So he's averaging 1 snap per game the last 3 games. That's nothing. I don't even know who this guy is. Yeah, I actually just posted the RB snaps. Let's look at that. I got it right here. We've been on this question forever, but hey, there's not too many people tuned in. Everyone's gonna get a good deep dive. Okay, so the RB snaps, if you guys can see that, 26 for Pacheco, 25 for McKinnon. That's what I would do, man. It's so tough. It's so tough to bench a Jets running back, but yeah, I would just start both Chiefs running backs. And the plan with that is one of them will get you like 10 points and hopefully the other gets you 20 plus. And that way you're getting 15 plus from each running back. Only thing we need is that the Chiefs to be good. And we know that the Chiefs should be far superior from the Broncos. Matter of fact, Vegas, I think, is telling us that it's going to be the biggest point differential, as in like the biggest blowout, as in the biggest mismatch. Niners Raiders aren't even as close. Niners Raiders 9-point spread, which should be a huge, but they should just destroy the Raiders. This one's even worse. This is 12.5-point spread. All right, so we're done with that. How much does the switch from Carr to Stidham affect Adams? Thinking about starting Keenan Allen. I also have Waller, but may roll with Juwan Johnson. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. We're going to probably start Waller, just to let you know. I'm more interested in the Devontae Adams versus Keenan Allen. I think that is very close. And we're going to go with Adams. I think that's a really good debate. If there's any way you can start Keenan Allen and Adams, I would do that. I think Adams is right behind him. Hold on, I'm getting a bunch of texts. I'm live. Yeah, it's gonna be Waller for me. Juwan Johnson is a great sleeper start this week. If you've watched my other videos, I do love him. But we're starting Waller. That one, Adams versus Keenan Allen, is a close one, but we're gonna go with Adams. The Raiders will need to throw the ball. Go ahead and start Tyler Higbee. Eric Sherman. Tyler Higbee is a top 5, top 6 tight end this week. Maybe even could slide into the top 3. Jags, Giants, or Chargers D. Go with the Giants D. They have the most upside. Let's roll with them. Oh, thank you so much, Austin, for the super chat. I didn't see that. And Zay Jones, Ayuk, or Scary Terry. I think we're gonna go with Scary Terry here. Who's the and then Zay Jones? Yeah, let's go with Scary Terry. Oh, there we go, baby. Oh, you are in the ship. Let's go. A humble guy. A humble dude. All right, I like it. I like it. Oh, he's saying thank you before. I haven't answered your question yet. Also have Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood is a must bench. Yeah, you got that right. Okay, pick two: Pacheco, Pittman, or Dotson. All right, yeah, for sure. Hollywood is a bench. Pacheco is a start. So between Pittman and Dotson, um, let's just go with Dotson. I look. This is. I know Pittman's the better start. I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? It's week 17, championships on the line. Carson Wentz and Dotson have a connection. I'd rather risk that, something that I've seen happen. I've seen it with my own eyes. We have evidence. We have a lot of game log stats. Every time Wentz and Dotson has played healthy, it's been good. Every time Nick Foles and every single Colts player has played with Nick Foles. I know it's only been one sample size. I haven't seen anything else though. It's been arguably the most horrible thing ever. The Colts were very sad, very disgusting, depressing, a mess, dumpster fire, terrible turnovers. None of the wide receivers did anything. Misfires, it was just awful. So Pacheco for sure, and then I would go Dotson, and yeah, bench Hollywood. Well, man, you is this the Keenan Allen guy? Yeah, I think you can start Keenan Allen still. Is this the Keenan Allen guy? No, this is not the Keenan Allen guy. This is a different guy. And see when you write, I just see it's all confused. I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. I like the small questions. You already confused me. You stumped me. You stumped the brain. Start for PPR. Adams, Smith. Is that Devontae Smith? Big Mike Williams, Dotson, Chark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means bench one. We're gonna bench DJ Chark because screw him. I don't care about him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Bench DJ Chark. Instead of starting four, we're benching one. Yeah, finish off the job, man. Good luck this week. You're welcome. What's up, Twitch fam? Search and kill. At flex, should I start ETN, Jerick McKinnon, Aaron Jones, or Brian Robinson? Great question here. And I'm going to say ETN. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of a risk. This one, I'm kind of being a little bit more bold here, being less scared. But when I see ETN, a guy who I have touted since he was in college, a guy who he's been my guy. I stood by him through the first two games where people were making fun of me and making fun of ETN. A guy I never dropped, never traded away, a guy I loved in Dynasty, still do, a guy I believe in, and again, see it, right? We saw it, we're seeing it. The talent is there, the team is there, the matchup is there, the head coach, bolder than me, a bold, strong head coach who wants to win, sends a clear message. I'm not benching anybody. We're going out with their starters. This is not a meaningless game. We're going out there to win. It's an NFL game. The QB RB connection. And very importantly, we can bring it up here. The RB snaps. James Robinson no longer there. ETN is a true workhorse. May I call him a super workhorse in this modern NFL? Do you see anybody else here with these snaps? Ramondre Stevenson with Damian Harris out. I mean, shoot, Damian Harris is out though. I mean, look, there's not really too many RBs getting 51 snaps. You see that? Nick Chubb, 37 snaps, right? Mixon got a good amount. Saquon Barkley. All right. So Saquon Barkley is a bigger workhorse than ETN. I mean, that's it. Right. So we're going to start ETN for sure. We're going ETN all the way. We're not doing that, man. We're not benching a top 10 running back going against the Texans because, we're scared the coach is going to pull him out in the fourth quarter or second half. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's finish the job. And you know what? If I'm Ron, I'm going out starting my guy, ETN, who everyone doubted. Everyone made fun of me after his first 2 games this year. Starting ETN. Matter of fact, I probably told people to go trade for him, buy low. I got to look at some old got to look at like 15 podcast episodes ago. Sounds like something I would say. I don't know though. I don't remember what I say. Eagles, Chiefs, or Giants D. All three are amazing. I'm gonna say Chiefs defense. Let's go with the Chiefs D. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I mean, Giants D is also great, but I go Chiefs D. Giants D is great. Eagles D is great. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Can't go wrong with any of those. No, he's not. Gardner Minshew is actually Gardner Minshew, a very underrated, very good quarterback who just never really got a fair shake and is an excellent backup. He's probably a top 20 quarterback in the league. Easily top 25. Maybe 20, maybe in between 2020. Maybe he's a top 22 quarterback. He's really good, really underrated. All right, let's go over the news after I answer Horror's question. Drake London, Swift, DPJ, Andrews, or Dubs. Pick 2 non-PPR. Well, the thing with Dubs is I'm definitely benching Dubs if Christian Watson is playing, and that's to be announced. We don't know that yet. That's an easy bench. I like Drake London more than him regardless. Swift is so risky. I don't know if you want to do that. Swift and Jamal Williams could go off, but he's been so bad. It's so risky. So right now, I'm going to say, it's non-PPR. Oh, actually, doesn't really matter because Swift doesn't even carry the ball often. He's a pass catcher. So the non-PPR part doesn't matter too much. I'm going to go with Drake London and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm just really high on DPJ this week. And it's puzzling people. People don't get it. But hey, just because a guy has 1 or 2 bad games, look, again, I've seen it. This year he's been okay. He's been up and down, but he's been pretty good. I've started him. He's won me a lot of games with Deshaun Watson. The targets have gone up. Good connection with Deshaun Watson. Just because he had 1 bad game last week and again in extreme weather conditions, I'm not buying it. All right, let's go over the news really quick, guys. Oh, by the way, what happened here? Not really. This is more of fun news. No Fun League is trending. Wide receiver Alan Lazard was fined $10,000 for taunting based on pointing at and counting the trio of Dolphin defenders he took out on Sunday with 1 block. Oh, that was a block too. Can we make this bigger? Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous, may I say. Bro. I mean, that's a good play. I mean, I mean, dude, I love the counting. I don't know what to even say about that. I don't get that. Whatever. All right, let's do the news. All right, guys, let's go into the news. I'm live right now, by the way. All right, this is the news for Friday, December 30th. Deebo Samuel is out. He is practicing. Jordan Mason had a very minor hamstring injury. Looks like that problem is fully resolved. He is off the injury report. And Eli Mitchell was going to be designated to return from IR this week, but he will not be. He will be designated to return next week. He was home with an illness. But Eli Mitchell, good to see him bouncing back and should be ready to go by the start of the NFL playoffs for that team. I'm a huge Eli Mitchell fan, by the way. I have him in every dynasty league. Added him off free agency, added him off waivers last year. Drafted him in dynasty. Like, he's just been one of my huge sleepers, and he's been great. Injuries have been terrible. And I'm not even mad that my 49ers got CMC. What a move. They're winning a lot of games after they got CMC. Joey Bosa should be good to go for this week for the Chargers. Austin Eckler, good to go. Full practice today. A little bit of worry for Austin Eckler, but no longer. He's cleared. He's ready to go. No injury designation for Austin Eckler. On more Chargers news, safety Derwin James is out. He's the guy who kind of did that spearhead hit last week and got ejected. DeAndre Hopkins' knee is now questionable, so keep close tabs on that. If you have Hopkins, make sure you have a replacement at the flex or wide receiver spot. Running back James Conner is good to go, and he's been absolutely balling. Brandon Cooks also good to go for the Texans. And as far as Packers news, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and finally David Bakhtiari are all good to go against the Vikings. Huge game for the Packers, who are trying to make the playoffs. Also, more Packers news. Christian Watson hasn't practiced all week, but today, Friday, he did get in a limited session at practice. He does have a hip injury. If he is cleared to play, he will play. So he's got a good shot and he's trending upwards, but we don't know. Maybe he doesn't play. Technically a game time decision for Christian Watson. The Broncos place rookie star, another one of my guys, Greg Dulcich, on IR, ending his season. So his season is over. This also hurts the Broncos quite a bit this week. A lot more targets going to Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Also for the Broncos, Calvin Anderson and Randy Gregory are both out. Patriots running back Damian Harris has been cleared to play. He's good to go. Ramondre Stevenson, per usual, is questionable. I didn't even write that because you know how the Patriots do. Dolphins offensive tackle Eric Fisher is doubtful while Tua is out. Teddy Bridgewater is going to start at QB there. Jalen Hurts is doubtful, so another start for Gardner Minshew this week. Going against the Saints, Eagles versus Saints. Stephon Diggs is back and at full practice. He was sick yesterday, and it wasn't due to his food. There were some rumors of him cooking food in that. It's nothing to do with that. Miles Sanders and A.J. Brown upgraded to full practice today, so good news for the Eagles. Running back Dwayne Washington is out for the Saints. Olave, Werner, and Lattimore are questionable, while running back Alvin Kamara is good to go. Bengals offensive tackle La'el Collins is sent to IR. His season is over. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is out. Ravens have sealed a playoff berth, so they are locked in to make the playoffs. And also cornerback Marcus Peters is out. So Tyler Huntley will get the start yet again for the Ravens at quarterback. Mecole Hardman had a setback. He was supposed to return last week, was definitely supposed to return this week, but he will not return this week. So he is out this week. And a little bit of change for the Cardinals quarterbacks. We know Kyler Murray is out for the season. We know that Colt McCoy suffered a concussion. He was supposed to play, but today we got word that Colt McCoy is out, and David Blau will be the starter for the Cardinals. He sucks, by the way, just so you know. So if you're in a deep league, the Falcons defense is formidable. I mean, so is the Cardinals. Probably won't be too much scoring there. What do we got for this game? What's Vegas got? Yeah, low scoring. Falcons win by 5.5. I think it was -4, but now that we got word that Colt McCoy's not playing, it's -5.5 now. What's up, Twitch fam? Pick 2: Evans, Cooper, Hollywood Brown, Dotson, or Jerry Jeudy. I would bench Hollywood Brown. I'd start Jeudy. Let's also bench Dotson. I already know when I say stuff like people, you don't like Dotson. people always overreact. You don't like Dotson. As we think we a lot of people look at fantasy football like emotions. Like let's say I'm breaking up with a girl, right? It's like, I mean, that's a big deal. That means like it's over. Like you don't like her. Like no matter what you say, excuses you say, it's over. But just because I don't start this Jahan Dotson doesn't mean I hate Jahan Dotson. You see what I mean? It's not about emotion. I literally have to pick between two players. It's just that which one do I project to score more fantasy points? It's not I'm not trying to disrespect Dotson. So we're choosing between Mike Evans here and Amari Cooper. So Mike Evans seems to have good matchups with JC Horn out. I really like that. He's just been off this year for the Buccaneers. He's been having a down year. And so has Brady. And then we have Amari Cooper. I don't like the Commanders' corners. I'm gonna go with Mike Evans. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Mike Evans here. I definitely want to start Sutton and Jeudy because Russell's gonna have to throw a lot. If D Hop can go Sunday, I got to start my studs, right? Yeah, I need to know your other options, but in short, yes, I'm doing the same thing. Let me see if I can bring up my league. So I'm going for third place in this league. I don't have a lot of options though, is the thing. So I dropped Josh Palmer. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of options to be honest. It would just be Romeo Dubs. Yeah, but in short, yeah, man, you got to start Hopkins. Just Trace McSorley was just wildly inaccurate. Let me know if this is like somewhat of a surprise because I was somewhat surprised once I looked at the stat sheet. Did you guys know that DeAndre Hopkins had 10 targets? That's on par with he's getting 10 targets a game. So it's not like the targets fell off. The last two games before that, 11 targets, 11 targets. So it's like he got the targets. So I definitely think like it just misfired. I mean, there was an easy touchdown for Hopkins he missed on. And there was one or two more plays that were like he was wide open and was just a miss. So let's say he hit one pass. McSorley hit one pass and he got that touchdown that was wide open. That touchdown would have been 10 fantasy points. It was a pretty big play, maybe even 11. let's say 11 fantasy points, and then he would have hit him for a big first down, which would have been about 3 fantasy points. So that's 14 fantasy points that were missed on just 2 of those targets. So I mean, the guy easily could have got 15, 16, 17 plus fantasy points if the quarterback just wasn't horrible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Zay Jones, so not Chark for me, not Hollywood for me. Zay Jones is really close. I would start Hopkins. So what you want to do if you hear some bad news about Hopkins or something, is have Zay Jones ready to go, right? Squeeze the trigger on Zay Jones, have it squeezed. Don't blast off just yet. Don't shoot off the rocket into space just yet. But as soon as you get word that Hopkins is not going to play, Zay Jones all the way. What's up, Kendra? Mike Evans or Jerick McKinnon for a flex this week? I don't want to take this unnecessary risk with Mike Evans, so let's go with McKinnon. Um, Mike Evans just told, we just got done talking about Mike Evans. Down year, Brady down year. Let's just go McKinnon going against the Broncos. Yeah. All right. Well, we did the news. We answered all the questions, and we are going to head on over to Discord. And for those of you tuned in, I really appreciate it. Let me get you guys a Discord link because just a secret, this is the first time I mention it. We will be having giveaways and other cool things on Discord, maybe even a little competition, just all fun, all super chill on the Fantasy Couch Discord server. So I'm going to drop the link right now. What? Okay. So if you do want to join that, and right after this, we will head on over to Discord and I will hop on the voice channel. So if you want to talk, if you want to listen, go ahead and hop in. But regardless, I highly recommend you do join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. It's where our community is at. I see Majestic joined right there. I see someone just joined. Make sure when you do join, go to the welcome channel, read the rules, and hit the green emoji. So again, go to the welcome channel, hashtag welcome. Under the rules, you'll see a green check mark emoji. Click that, and you'll have access to the rest of the Discord. In a few minutes, I will hop on the voice channel, and you guys can talk there. It's like a phone call, video call, phone call, whatever, audio call. You can talk, you can listen, you can do both. Every week, we usually got like 5, 6 other people in there. Depends. Sometimes 4 people, sometimes like 8, 9 people. So it's pretty chill. Yeah, so we'll be heading there. Oh yeah, one other thing with the Discord, we do have a throne league where we go against other communities. If you guys have heard of that, that's where we have our draft. So we all draft together as a community. We have a vote on every single player to draft. Like, do we draft Stephon Diggs or Aaron Jones? Like, let's vote. Vote for the Green Bay Packers logo or vote for the Bills logo. Whoever wins the vote is who we draft. Looks like we're gonna be coming in 3rd place this year. We make it to the playoffs every year. We have a great team. We have a great community. Of course, it's the best community. Unfortunately, we lost last week, and so we'll be coming in 3rd place. We're gonna win this week, but it's a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it there. See you on Discord. Again, make sure you go to the welcome channel and hit the green emoji to get in. See you on the voice channel. Good luck this week. Hope you guys all win your championships. Peace out.